Alright, today we're going to learn how to add custom armor into Hytale. It's very easy. Go to Worlds, make a new world, make it creative, and name it whatever you want. Once you're inside your world, type /op self so you have access to your creative tools. Go to your creative tools, open the asset editor. Right here next to Hytale, click the 3 dots, click add pack, name it whatever you want. Add in your group name. Click add author and add your name in there. Now, you're going to minimize that. And then open your model editor. Inside the model editor, click on Hytale prop and create new model. Name this whatever you want it to be. Once you're in here, what you're going to want to do is find the default game assets of Hytale. If you don't know how to find them or get access to them, I'm going to leave a link in the description of the video. It's very easy. It's just a zipped file that's in your game folders you need to take out. So go in here, go into common, items, armors, and then in here you have a bunch of armors. Just find the one, play around with them, go into each of these, look at their blocky models by clicking it and dragging it into Blockbench. When you find one that looks similar to what you're going to make, then you can work from there. After you've imported it into Blockbench, don't change where your model is at all, because where it is at, it'll fit perfectly on the character in game and it'll scale as it's supposed to. Now all you need to do is just edit the model and then change the texture as you see fit. And once you have done that, go to File, Export Hytale Blocky Model, and save this somewhere. And make sure you also save your texture as well. After you have done that, go back into Hytale and open up your asset editor. Go into your pack, click the little plus button, change the asset type to item, and then make a test asset. The reason you are making a test asset is because the folder structure doesn't exist yet and it won't let you do it if it doesn't have a test asset in there. After you've made your test asset, add another asset, asset type item, go into folder, make a folder named items. Inside of items, make a folder named armor. Inside of armor, you're going to make a folder named whatever your armor set is called. So I'm just doing custom armor for my armor set. Select that folder and then put your unique asset ID. You're going to make 4 different assets, one for each piece of armor. After you've named your asset, go to copy, change this to Hytale, go to item, armor, and then copy from any armor you want to in here. I would recommend doing something that's already in the game. A lot of these aren't in the game yet, because if you choose one that's not in the game yet, everything in the asset editor isn't filled out. So for me, I just copy the copper armor. So for me, I'm doing the chest piece. Then click create. Now after you've done that, we're going to make your folder structure. So hold down the Windows key and press R. Type in this box %appdata%, press OK. Scroll down until you find Hytale. And go into user data, saves, into whatever you named your world, mods, then go into your pack folder. Inside of your pack folder, you're going to make a folder named common. Inside of common, make a folder named items. Inside of items, make a folder named armors. Inside of armors, make a folder named whatever your armor set is called. And then inside that folder, this is where those assets you saved earlier, so your texture and blocky model, this is where they go. After you've put your assets and blocky models in here, now you just want to close out of it and go back into the asset editor. go to your armor piece, go to rendering, item model, change this to your pack. If there's no folder here, just restart your world and it'll be there. See, I restarted my world and now I have the folder here. Go into the folder chain, all the way into your armors. Choose the blocky model for the piece that you currently have selected. Also do the same for your textures. Now go up to General. At Icon, click this little pencil. Then set your icon however you want it to be set. Once you have it set, press Save Icon, and then cancel. The icon will show up here, but it will not show up in-game. Don't worry, that's normal. It'll show up the next time you load into the world. Now click here where it says Translation Properties. Press this X, and then name it whatever you want to name it. Now to set its crafting recipe, click here where it says Crafting. Click Recipe, click Input, and then everything underneath Input is what is required to craft your armor. So I'm going to X out of this just to show you. If it's empty, you'll press the plus. So for me, I'm just going to type ingredient, copper, bar. That sets the first item that is needed to craft. And then you put the quantity, so how many of those are needed. And then just do that for however many different things you want to need to craft this piece of armor. And then down here where it says bench requirement, drop this down. This tells you what bench you want it to be crafted in. If you want it to be crafted in the armor bench like normal, then the ID is armor_bench. And the type has to be set to crafting. For categories, the category is where the armor will show up inside of the bench. So for the chest piece, it's armor_chest. If you want to set other requirements like the required tier, that'll be right here. You can set what tier is required, 1, 2, or 3 for your armor piece. Or you can leave it blank and it'll just be available at all times. You can also set the time for how long it takes to craft it. And you can change the amount of required memories before you're able to see the armor piece in your crafting bench. So if you want your player to have turned in 15 memories first before they see your armor in the armor bench, then put 15 here. Now to change how your armor works and your armor stats, click on Functionality. Click this drop down for armor. The armor slot is whatever armor piece yours is. And click the drop down for damage resistance. And then depending on what armor you chose to copy from, the damage resistances will be different. But don't worry, you can just change them. Just press this plus right here. Change this to Hytale, Entity, and Damage Cause. These are all the different types of damage resistances you can do. Just add the one that fits to your armor, and then click this drop down for it. And then you can change its damage resistance. Now scroll down. And then here you can give it a base damage resistance, which means it applies to everything and not just a specific damage type. You can also click this drop down for stat modifiers, and you can have it modify your stats like health or mana or stamina. And then down here where it says cosmetics to hide, click this drop down and you can tell it which cosmetics you want it to hide. So for example, this has it set to hide the overtop. That means whenever I put the armor on, I have this suit on. When I put the armor on, it takes my black suit off, and I'm just wearing my white undershirt. You can tell it to take away multiple things. Just click this little plus. And if you scroll down, you can change its max durability and the durability it loses every time you're hit. Now after you've done all that, you can delete your test asset you made earlier, and then you can pack this up and it's good to go. You're now finished and you have successfully made your armor.
Yippee!